What's up guys, Nakuso here, and today I bring to you episode 15 of Shadowgrounds. It's been a little bit of a while since we came in here, since I had some PC troubles, but we are back in the Emicorn Research base, and let me just give you a recap of what happened if you are new to watching this episode, or if you have previously seen but forgotten. In the Emicorn Research base, we entered with Colonel Smith, Dr. Weiss, and Jane Arwen to find out if we can locate the mothership in order to stop all this stuff from happening. We also have to find an alien ship here. We've seen some materials, some prototype suits that were made out of the materials in the mines that we previously did in the last couple of videos. Now that we are here, we are going to continue our search. Now let me show you what I've done since last time. I got a couple of different things when I played. I have a lot more scrap metal now that we started the game all over again, which was a little bit of a pain. Now let me tell you what I got. I got the bouncing bullets. Now these rebound off of walls, and I'll show you that in a second. We also got the electric gun. I didn't upgrade this gun yet. However, this gun is really good, and one upgrade I want to get is automatically recharges to maximum capacity. Basic terms, this is going to be unlimited ammo as long as we have it out, and it recharges very slowly. However, we don't have to collect a lot of ammo for it, and ammo is pretty scarce for this weapon anyway. So let's get that, and let me show you the railgun. So with the railgun that I upgraded, it has awesome bouncing bullets, and this is going to prove very useful for the last couple stages. Now let's get started, shall we? We need to stop the alien threat and enter the hangar. Now I did some stuff while off screen. First off, this ship is going to be pointing southward. You want it to be pointing to the west, and you want to lower it as well. So I had it raised up here. You're going to want to lower it and head over here to the mechanical lab. Now we're going to have a lot of these brute soldiers. If you remember, they have shields on them, which can be a little bit problematic if your weapons seem to hit the front of them. Now with the awesome of the grenade launcher and my upgrades, I have the cluster bombs, which does a lot of damage everywhere else. I prefer to kind of go around and kill all the enemies off before we go all around, because there's going to be a lot of enemies trying to ambush you, such as these Wretchers. They're not too much of a threat. If you remember, taking out your shotgun can prove very useful in killing these. Now there's a lot of ammo crates around here, and a lot also have health in them, and you will need them. We have a ton of stuff to do in this level before we are ready. Now I'm going to clear this off over here. You can use the grenade launcher, and recently what I found out, the flamethrower does a pretty darn good job in clearing this out as well. In the last video, I also showed off the ability of the flame trap by right clicking and having that goo on the ground, and with that it will also take out these annoying brute soldiers fairly quickly. You can't really depend on it too much. As you see right here, we are okay. Alright, he died. I am fine with that, and we are barely taking any damage, so I guess having a couple weeks off of vacation from this game somehow improved my gameplay. Now we have the technical lab that we can enter, or we can come back over here and enter the software, which I will be doing right now. So let's go all the way to the mechanical lab, take out some of these enemies. There's going to be some annoying Scytheworms in here. If you remember, they have this invisibility, which can be a little bit problematic, especially if they gang up on you like this. Now my memory might be a little bit off. I think there is going to be some health in one of these crates. If not, I'll just have to do some backtracking. And my memory is pretty good. There is at least one medkit in there that we can collect. So coming up here, make sure you have your flashlight charged. At the moment, I don't really have it charged since I was just fighting all of those hordes of enemies. And coming up here, we will get a PDA that's going to be talking about the new electric gun that we got previously on the last episode. And this electric gun is the awesome mainstream, the new technology that uses nanotechnology, and nanotechnology will affect your whole body. Let me just show it off. This is a really flashy looking gun. As you can see with my upgrade, it's going up steadily. Slow but steady. And if we come over here, we can activate a terminal in order to get the ship software, or not software, to get the ship engine running. Part 1 is done. Now we have to go all the way back to the technical labs and clear out the enemies there so we can upload some software. And after we do that, we should be good to go. We're still going to have a few more things to do. We have to kill some enemies over here. And before we have to go into the technical lab, we have to rotate the ship in order to get some of the software installed already. So let's come back over here and let's see if I can remember this one. I think we're going to have it to the north of where it's facing. Now these enemies will respawn, mostly just Wretchers. The brute soldiers will not respawn. So let's see if we can get this up here. And that should be correct. There's also a computer here that we can read off. So before we hit that terminal, let's see what it has to say over here. Now this has something to do with Ground Zero. It's dated a year before what's currently happening on the 20th of March. And this is going to be by Michael J. Leonard, PhD. And let me read this important part. We were finally able to get inside the ship all the security measures and weird devices couldn't have prepared us for what finally waited for us. Breathtaking technology, 100 years of advancements. So that is really interesting. That it's kind of like Mass Effect if anyone has ever played that game. Not to spoil anything, the technology advanced quite a leap from finding alien technology in space. There we go. Now we have the things needed in order to install the ship software so we can travel all the way back over here. You see we have enemies over there as well. That's going to be a bit of a pain. There are a ton of brute soldiers in here that we can take out, which I'm willing to do since I kind of want a couple more upgrades when we reach the final level. Now hitting him from the back will cause direct damage. It's just a pain getting there in the first place. I may try to see if I could go around. And wow, that worked fairly well. That was bloody brilliant. Okay. And we have our final stretch of computer screens. After this level, we won't have any more screens. So this is going to be the whole backstory, and the rest we will have to find on the alien ship and other surprises that will meet our fate. Now this is just going to be talking about some of the weapon and the engine technology of the ship that their scientists are trying to crack. They solve a lot of the issues, electronic shield issues. But the community isn't allowed to know what has happened here. That is a bit sneaky if you ask me, somewhat suspicious. Now this one is going to be talking about the weapon technology that's implanted in the cannons. I don't even think we'll be able to see any weapon technology in the ship since it's not going to be a huge effect of what's going to proceed in the next few episodes up to the finale. Although this ship, the alien ship, is many times faster than the Prevectus, and you'll see how big the Prevectus was in the previous stage. It was like huge. Granted, this ship is quite smaller than the other ship that we faced. However, we can't hit that terminal yet. We'll have to come all the way to the other side. Now with this computer screen, this is going to be by Dr. Anton T. Land again. And he really believes that the ancients, this is what he likes to call them, the ancients, not aliens, are not hostile, but came to our planet in search of help. And as human stubbornness is, as I said before, humans are pretty stupid when it comes to new species. We always think that they are harmful. Similar to Pod has been found on Mars, the heavy communication systems would lead me to think that it is possible that motherships of some kind are out there somewhere. Now that is his variation of what's happening around here. Is it false? Is it true? Who knows? We will be able to find out, trust me, in the last couple episodes. Now this game does have a secret which I am planning to do. but that will not be until later this year. We have a few more computer screens left, and we can also activate the terminal. So let's go ahead and activate the terminal right now before we get on with the computer screens.
Right. Need a backup.
Tyler, do you have to destroy everything?
I do my best.
And as you can see, we'll have to travel all the way to the backup over there. Now we have 3 live aliens, so they have aliens in custody all this time, and this is dated still before what's been currently happening. And they are trying to devise an alien language, which is fairly reasonable if you want to communicate with the aliens. However, the dead alien was dissected and examined. The other 2 have been in captivity, but no contact has been made. That is not a smart idea if you ask me, since those aliens can probably contact their fellow aliens, or ancients if you want to call them, and come to Earth, or Ganymede as it seems. So that is not a great idea by their part. And this one is going to further talk about the aliens try to use their psi powers. I have not seen any psi powers currently, since all these aliens we've been fighting mostly been using weapons. That is an interesting thing. I'm kind of curious if that will be in the next game. So coming up over here, we will try and get the backup software. It's always good to have a backup software in case the main software fails. And this is where you can get the electric gun if you did not get it previously in the rooms before.
Backup's restored apparently. Please try the other computer this time.
And we'll only have one more computer to try, and we should be done and get the heck out of this place. We'll still have quite a bit to do. However, we won't have as much to do once we collect this last terminal.
I've installed the power source and the flight access software. Now what?
The bomb. It's in the Delta Labs. Dr. Weiss will activate the disinfection room when you get there.
Yes, yes. Hey, there should be some kind of device that they use to get inside the alien systems. Take it too.
Alright, well, I guess we'll take it and see if it's going to be useful. Now we have these rooms that we can blow. We have a ton of brute soldiers in here. So let's see if we can kind of get them all together. Try our best anyway to see if they'll die in that fire. And hopefully not be able to open that door. Okay, we got all 3 of them. That is very nice. Pretty happy with that. We still have a few more over here that are patrolling. And they won't see you unless you get in their line of sight. Let's see if I can do some direct damage to you. And not miss. Hopefully. Okay, well, I'm glad that he went down. Now this is quite hard if you don't have all the upgrades that I have at this stage of the game. I didn't have this many before, which was a little bit problematic. However, now that I do, taking these enemies down isn't too much of a hassle. Let's see if we can shoot this window out and kill him from behind. Alright, wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now we can enter the main part and be dissected or cleansed from any germs coming in this room.
Okay, I got the device and the bomb. Or at least I think this weird thing is the bomb.
Good work. I'm accessing the computer database to find out more about this bomb. What is this? It looks like an antimatter fuse. That technology is beyond our grasp. Why wasn't I informed of this?
This project was our biggest secret. But don't worry, they've tested it a couple of times. This one is the most powerful of them, so it ought to do the trick.
But this could result in very bad things. Who knows what it could do?
It will destroy the alien ship. Now shut up! Tyler, just take it and return to the hangar. We're coming there.
Alright, well, we got that. And all we have to do is head back to the hangar. This is interesting. So this is going to be talking about the antimatter bomb and how huge of an explosion it can have, over 30 gigatons, which I think is enough to blow up a planet or maybe even part of the universe. There's nowhere we can go besides the sides over here, and this has some ammo over here if you are running low on ammo. Now we can go back in the middle and proceed to come to our next boss. That's right, we will indeed have a boss here. And the boss will be in the upcoming room. It's not too particularly difficult, especially if you have something like the rocket launcher. However, I might make it a little bit more challenging and try to use the, let's see, maybe the grenade launcher.
Oh no, oh no, there's a hidden defense system. They're headed your way.
What?
Dear.
What's coming?
Combat drones, killing machines. I saw the prototypes, but the project was killed. They were too dangerous. You must destroy them.
They're not too bad. So welcome to our next boss, these mechanical mechs here that constantly fire out shots that damages and does quite a bit of damage. You'll want to kind of hide behind these crates as they're coming. They walk very, 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 very slow. Now with the rocket launcher upgraded, we could take them out fairly quickly. However, I'm going to see if I can use the minigun to my advantage, and we already got one out. And I think we only have one more, and let's see if we can take it out. Come on, are you dead yet? There we go. Boss down.
Tyler, are you okay?
He's fine. Now let's finish the preparations. Take the bomb to the ship and I'll set the coordinates. Get into the ship. Now!
The ship must be manually launched.
I'll handle that. Go! Go now! They need you!
Wow, watch this. Somehow he's firing in a different direction and that brute dies.
Well, this was bound to happen. It doesn't respond to my commands anymore.
What?
It switched to autopilot. We're going straight into the mothership.
Good. Just like we wanted.
And the rest of the game will be taking place on that mothership.
Incredible.
Concentrate. We're on a mission here. Forget the pretty colors.
Ah, yes. Tyler, could you attach the remote controller device to the terminal there?
Yes, we can, but that will be in the next episode, viewers. Let's get a good look at this ship. It looks pretty damn cool if you ask me. I like the look of this ship and the design. And as we travel further and further inside, I really like everything of it. I'm a bit of an artist and I like to see different designs to get inspiration of, and this has some awesome looking symbols and whatnot. I really like the design of the ship. However, in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start part 1 of the alien mothership and see if we can find anything in here in order to stop the alien threat. So until next time, take care and stay classy.